All right, guys, so I'm going to interview another Ruth Hill teacher, and today it is going to be Miss Debbie Smith. So we're going to interview her. We're going to be interviewing her about some 9/11 questions. Let's see. Miss Debbie, how old are you, or what was going on? What were you doing when 9/11 occurred?
Well, actually, my first grandson had just been born just a few days earlier, and I was down in Beaufort, South Carolina at Camp Lejeune, where they were stationed, and spending the week with them, helping my daughter. And I was at the house with my son, who had gone down with me, and they had taken the baby for his first checkup. And I got a phone call from my daughter who said, "Mom, turn on the TV right now." And I turned on the TV and saw what was going on.
Wow. So something else I noticed that I was interviewing somebody else is that they said they heard the news from the TV as well. So television is really important, guys. That's how we got a lot of our information, thanks to the 70s. So you found out the news from your daughter who told you, and then you heard it through the TV.
Right.
What emotions and thoughts were going through your mind as you learned about the attack?
Well, shock and fear. The base shut down. Nobody was allowed off and on. My parents were sitting at the gate trying to get in. They had come up to see the baby. We'd been told that the president was flying in air because they got him away from the White House, and he actually stopped there to fuel up and took off. But just totally shocked, couldn't believe that had actually happened, because here on our mainland USA, we'd really not had that type of thing.
Yes. So what do you remember most about that day?
Constant news. I mean, all day
Yes.
long. Every day, it was, you couldn't watch anything on TV except that. And they kept playing it over and over and over, showing the plane. The second one going into the towers, and I think that the biggest impact was watching the people way up, many floors up, jumping out of the windows.
Oh, yes.
Trying to, find safety. Of course, they
Yes.
didn't, but that was better than burning up.
That was very graphic for me, and I was only 8 years old seeing that on the news, so
Right.
I will never forget that too. My last question is, did you know anybody who was personally impacted by the attacks? Maybe somebody that was in New York or somebody that was anywhere nearby?
I did not have any family members or anything. I had some friends who had family members up there. One who had someone to actually die up, up there.
Sad.
But as far as me, close relatives, close friends, I did not.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Miss Debbie. Is there anything else you would like to share with us? Any other information?
This
You think
is
you
something.
covered it?
Yeah, I think so. I show every year, even in my second grade classes, I would show this to my guys every year on 9/11, and we would just review it and talk about it. And even at this point, it still makes a huge impact. I
Oh,
have
yes.
kids sitting here upset, crying, and hard to believe that's really happened in our country.
Yes. Well, thank you, Miss Debbie, for taking the time to interview us. And let's see who else we're going to get.